Business in general and marketing specifically is all about the customer, so that you can understand your customer and the more successful your business is. And in today's chapter, we are going to concern the marketing environment where the major and more the forces bring the business and the consumer closer. We have the three objectives to observe today: the environment forces in general, and then we look closer into the societal forces related to the macro environment. Lastly, it would be the company reaction to that the sophisticated and always the changing environment. When it comes to the marketing environment, there are only actors and forces that affect the marketing management to be maintain the good relationship with the consumer, and marketer nowadays must be not only the environmentally trend tracker but also the opportunity seeker as well. And this consists the microeconomics and the macroeconomics. When it comes to the microeconomics, that's close to the company and affect the ability to serve the customer, and the firm should work the harmony with the actor in order to gain more changes for the future cooperation. There are some the actor that I want to mention here, which are the company, the supplier, or the marketing intermediaries. The next one will be the competitor in the public. So in order to gain more the advantages by positioning the superior offering, a company must know the competitor thoroughly. Last but not least, is the customary market, and is the most essential act as well, because the aim of the home value delivery network is to engage and build a strong customer relationship. Therefore, I have an example here. We are just talking about like you as an individual household or the consumer market of the brand. But when it comes to the Highland Coffee, which view the Dallas Mill and as the perfect ingredient, that are the business market, because they consume for the further processing area, the salary would be like the supermarket. And if the light mill export their fridge and export the dairy the product to other country worldwide, this will be an international market. The next one will look closer at the macroeconomics, which is the largest societal force that affect the microeconomics. When it comes to the demographic, it's mean to the study of the human population. There are some the vital trends, which are the change in the structure, the geographic population shift, as you know, like the more crowded, more demand for buying, and the last one will be the population diversity. And when talking about the change in the structure, there are typically the four groups to focus on. The first one will be the baby boomer. They appreciate a different thinking rather than advancing age, and exceptional customer service is any baby boomer top priority. The next one will be the illusion of the body size and age. They are more the materialistic than other group and have the broad the experience, not the acquisition. The next one will be the millennial who spend predominantly based on the values, not pure the convenience. So just show them that your the business can do good, and then the millennials will plug into your brand. And finally, it will be the Gen Z who are the reliant on the technology and digitalization, and so they are the promising by the power that every marketer must take into the consideration. And more importantly, defining the people by their birthday date may be the less effective than segmenting them by the life stage or the common values they seek in the product divide. And next, we talk about the economic environment and the value of the marketing products. Means we have to provide the product at the top, the quality, but at the fair price. And when it comes to the income distribution, company must know which group they would aggressively pay the targeting, and sometimes can produce more the segmented product that fit more group.
Let's move to the environment environment. The first is natural environment. It is involve the physical environment and the natural resource that are not as input by marketers or that are affected by marketing activities. At the most basic level, unexpected happenings in the physical environment, anything from weather to natural disaster can affect companies and their marketing strategy. Marketers should be aware of several trends in the natural environment. The first is growing shortage of raw materials. The second is increased pollution, because almost industry will always damage the quality of the natural environment. The third is increased government intervention in the natural resource management. Concern for the natural environment has sparked an environmental sustainability movement. It is developing strategy and practice that create a world economy that the planet can support indefinitely.
Next is the technological environment. It is a force that creates new technologies, new products, and market opportunities. The technological environment changes rapidly. Every new technology replaces an older technology. Companies that do not keep up will soon find their products outdated. If that happens, they will miss new products and market opportunities. The political and social environment is the following environment that we talk about. The political environment consists of laws, government agencies, and pressure groups that influence or limit various organizations and individuals in a given society. The government develops public policy to guide commerce. Almost every marketing activity is subject to a wide range of laws and regulations. In addition, beyond written laws and regulations, business is also governed by social codes and rules of professional ethics. There are two actions of ethics and socially responsible. First is socially responsible behavior that firms actively seek out ways to protect the long-run interests of their consumers and the environment. Causes The second is causes-related marketing. To exercise their social responsibility and build more positive image, many companies are now linking themselves to worthwhile causes or charitable organizations. The final environment is the cultural environment. This consists of institutions and other forces that affect a society's basic values, perceptions, preferences, and behaviors. There are two types of the persistence of cultural values. First is core beliefs and values are passed on from parents to children and are reinforced by schools, businesses, religious institutions, and government. Secondary beliefs and values are more open to change. For example, believing in marriage is a core belief, and believing that people should get married earlier is a secondary belief. There are six different people's views are of in secondary cultural values. First is people views of themselves that people vary in their emphasis on serving themselves versus serving others. People's view of others that people's attitude towards and interactions with others shift over time. People views of organizations that people vary in their attitude toward corporations, government agencies, trade unions, universities, and other organizations. People People's views of society that people vary in their attitude toward the society. For example, patriots defend it, reformers want to change it, and malcontents want to leave it. People's views of nature, that people vary in their attitude toward the natural world. Some feel ruled by it, others feel in harmony with it, and still others seek to master it. People's view of the universe is the final one, that people vary in their beliefs about the origins of the universe and their place in it.
And next, we will discuss about the responding to the market environment from the companies. We have to divide the company into three categories. First one, who make things happen. Second one, who watch things happen. And the third one, who wonders what things happens. For the last two, the companies who belongs to this kind will passively react or respond to the environmental changes. When things happen, they just point out a strategy to avoid a threat or to take advantage of it. And for the first one, it is more favorable. The company will try to change the environment, and they will actively or proactively react to the changes. Companies take a proactive stance towards the market environment rather than simply watch and waiting. They will try to changes, and this will happen among the large firms, such as the Ford Model T car, the Apple's iPhones and iPods, the Google search engine, also the Amazon's marketplace. Right, they will control the situations and control their own marketing environment. And these companies can actively respond to the market environment through taking aggressive action to affect the public and focus in the market environment. Firstly, they can hiring the lobbyists to influence legislations affecting their industry and state media events to gain favorable press coverage. Secondly, they can take to the social media and print blogs to shape the public opinion. Thirdly, they can press the lawsuit and file complaints with regulator to keep the competitor in line. they form the contractual agreement to better control the distribution channels. And uh, these actions will help them to proactively react to the marketing environment. And let me give the clear example. McDonald's, some photos went viral showing the unappetizing mechanically separate chickens, also known as pink goof, and associated it with the company's chicken McNugget. And what have McDonald's done? Yeah, after the release, they denied it. They reassured that the McDonald's nugget are made using only the boneless white breast meat chicken in a process that never produced anything remotely resembling the weird pink substance. And they step further. They have distributed the clip, a 3-minute clip talking about the process of making the McDonald's nugget. It was perfect. The image, the process were also perfect. So they had counters the negativities, and they turns back into the chances of marketing environments. Yes, what a good idea. Next one is chapter 4. We will know how to manage the marketing information to gain the customer insights, which is a very important thing among the marketer. And now we will begin with the first objective, marketing information and the customer insight. The companies must gather a good marketing information to gain the fresh, deep insight into what customer need and wants. And after that, they will analyze, they will go into the details to create the competitive advantages of their companies. And let me give a very clear instance of a Pinterest. If they didn't apply the theories of customer insight, they was just a very normal social media, such as the Facebook, the Twitter, where to swap a message and the pictures. They can be dead now, but they understand the values of customer insight. They know that the customer need a place to organize, to share things related to the internet, about their interest and their passions. So Pinterest created a social scrapbooking site where people can create and share digital pinboards, the theme, the base image collections of things that inspire them. The companies have said that Pinterest is your own little internet of only the thing you love. Yeah. So nowadays they has gained the popularities amongst the people. Yes, that they were very successful now. And now let's find out the information about the marketing information and today's big data. With the recent explosions of information technologies, companies can now generate and find marketing information in great quantities, and also the customer themselves can generate a lot of information through social medias, via online browsings, networkings, and etc. So it is very different from the past, which mainly lack from marketing information. We now, the marketers are overloaded with data and often overwhelmed by it. This problem is summed up in the concept of big data. It means that refers to the huge and complex data sets generated by today's sophisticated information generation, collections, storage, and analysis technology. And big data can create both opportunities and threats to the marketers. If we good enough, we can gain rich with timely customer insights, such as Coca-Cola post its information on the Twitter, on the Facebook, and they gain a lot of interactions. However, about a threat, they suffer from stunning 6 million public conversation a day, which means that 2 billion a year. It's quite a lot of problems they have to deal with.
Now we will move to the second objective of this chapter, assessing information needs and developing data. The Marketing Information System, or can be called MIS, primarily serves the company marketing and order managers. It may also provide information to external partners, such as suppliers, resellers, or marketing services agencies. A good marketing information system balances the information user would like to have against what they really need and what is feasible to offer. A manager must think carefully to find out what information they really need, because collecting and storing a vast amount of digital data will cost a lot. The MIS must monitor the marketing environment to provide decision makers with information and insights they should have to make critical marketing decisions for the company. The next part is developing marketing information. Marketers can obtain the needed information from internal data, marketing intelligence, and marketing research. Internal databases are the collections of consumer and market information obtained from data sources within the company network. An internal database can be built from many sources. For example, we can have information about customer characteristics from the marketing department, records of customer satisfaction and service problems from the customer service department, or detailed record of sales, cost, and cash flow from the accounting department. Exploiting such information can provide powerful customer insights and competitive advantage. However, there are two sides of it. Internal databases can be accessed more quickly and cheaply than other information, but they also present some problems. We all know that in the current period of rapid industrial development, data will age quickly, and keeping the database current requires a major effort. The competitive marketing intelligence is the systematic collection and analysis of publicly available information about consumers, competitors, and developments in the marketplace. Its goal is to improve the strategic decision-making by understanding the consumer environment, assessing and tracking competitors' action, and providing early warnings of opportunities and threats. Its techniques range from observing customers to quizzing the company's own employees, benchmarking competitors' products, online research, and monitoring social media buzz. Good marketing intelligence can help marketers gain insights into how consumers talk about and engage with their brands.
Marketing research is a systematic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of data relevant to a specific marketing situation facing an organization. The marketing research process has 4 steps: defining the problem and research objectives, developing the research plan for collecting information, and implementing the research plan, collecting and analyzing data, interpreting and reporting the findings. Marketing manager and researcher must work together closely to define the problem and set the research objectives. A marketing research project might have 1 or 3 types of objectives, and there are the definitions and examples belong to each of them. The research plan outlines current data sources and explains the specific research approaches, contact methods, timing plans, and instruments that researchers will use to gather new data. Research objectives must be translated into specific information needs. Research plan should be presented in a written proposal, and the proposal should cover the management issue addressed, the research objectives, the information to be collected, how the research will have management decision-making, and the predicted research expenses. To meet the manager's information needs, the research plan can call for gathering secondary data, primary data, or both. Secondary data is information that already exists somewhere, having been collected for another purpose. Primary data is information collected for a specific purpose at hand. Gathering secondary data has both advantages and disadvantages, as you can see on the boards. Table 4.1 shows that designing a plan for primary data collection calls for a number of decisions on research approaches, contact methods, the swimming plan, and research instruments. For research approaches, there are 4 types of research, and examples belong to each of them. When it comes to contact methods, as you can see on the board, it describes the pros and cons of 4 kinds of contact methods. Sampling plan is a segment of population selected for marketing research to reflect the population as a whole, and Table 4.2 describes some types of samples. When it comes to gathering primary data, marketing researchers have 2 options: questionnaire and mechanical instrument. Questionnaire is the most common instrument, whether conducted in person, by phone, email, or online. Closed-end questions include all the possible answers and subject make choices among them. Open-end questions allow respondents to answer in their own words. For mechanical instrument, neutral marketing is used to measure brand activity. Checkout scanner is used to record shoppers' purchase. People meters is used to record people's activity participation. For the third step, implementing the research plan includes collecting, processing, and analyzing the information. For the last step, interpreting and reporting the findings consists of interpret findings, draw conclusion, and report to management.
The information which is collected from many resources usually needs additional analysis. Manager may need help in applying this information to improve their marketing decisions, and company needs to develop customers' touchpoint from the huge amount of information. And the solution is using CRM to manage all companies' relationships and interactions with customers and potential customers. The goal of CRM is to better the connection between them. As I noted before, we have plenty of information in this age of big data, and this helps a lot in finding potential customers' information. But simply collect and store a huge amount of data is not a good way to gain useful information. Marketers must get information from many big data sources to provide actionable information. That is the job of marketing analytics. Marketing information has no value until it is used to make better marketing decisions. So the MIS must make the information available to managers and others who make marketing decisions or deal with customer. In some cases, this is mean providing regular reports and updates. In other cases, this is mean making non-routine information available for special situations. Today, many companies use the internet and the CRM system to facilitate this process. Small businesses and non-profit organizations need market information and the customer insights that it can provide. Unfortunately, large-scale research studies are unaffordable for small businesses, so I'll talk about some techniques that are available in these organizations. Some of the technique is using small convenient samples, using free publications or research resources from small businesses, and collecting a considerable amount of information at very little cost online. The international marketing researchers also follow the same steps as domestic researchers, but they also have to deal with diverse markets in many different countries. Some of their difficulties is collecting information, searching for respondents and cultural differences. Some people feel positive about marketing research and think that it serves a useful purpose. However, many others don't like that. They may worry marketing research store their personal information in a huge database for bad reason. The Target and the SAP's consumer insights are some examples to this situation. Because of that, many solutions have been provided for both sides. The Your Opinion Counts and Respondent Bills of Rights are made to educate customers about the benefits of marketing research. And also, most major companies like Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft, and so on, have now provided the CPO, which is to safeguard the privacy of customers. The misuse of research findings may arise for a number of reasons. Several associations, such as the American Marketing Association, the Marketing Research Association, and the Council of American Survey Research Organizations, have developed to solve this problem. However, these bad actions cannot be deleted completely. Each company must accept responsibility to protect customers' best interests as well as its own.